What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Gains Mindset. Today we're going to go over cold approaches number 3 and 4 report for you guys. So I guess you can call it story time. So we're going to get right into it now. What's up, everybody? So we're just going to jump right into it. So these cold approach reports is for those who do not know. Basically, I take the interactions that I have in real life with girls, like, because I'm one of the only people that do it that I know of. That's like around me in real time. And I just share my field reports with you guys on YouTube, just talking about the interaction, what happened, the feelings, the result, the anxiety that came along with it, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go back in time, about a week ago. Cold approach number 3 happened when I was at work. I'm not going to disclose the job I was at because I can get in big trouble, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to do that. And it was like a customer girl that came on through. I'm not going to say the name of the place again. And, I thought she was pretty cute. I had someone point her out. It's like, oh, she's pretty cute. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go say hi. So she was pretty cute. So I went over there, and I was like, what'd I say? Oh, yeah. I was like, I know I should. I just kind of came up, like, right to her. I was like, hey, I know I shouldn't do this because I'm at work right now, but I just had to let you know that you're, like, extremely cute. And she was like, oh, my God. Like, thank you. Like the whole blushing, and she's like, kind of startled, and because this never happens to anybody, especially like from a stranger, and not many people are direct like that. So she was smiling and stuff. I was like, oh, what are you up to today? It was like casual conversation, and then because I couldn't really think of anything else to say on the spot. This is all, once again, it's not planned. There's no pickup line. It's nothing like that. This is just pure like me striking up a conversation. Because sometimes that's just the best way to go, just to be natural, be congruent, and be like authentic, with your true self. She's basically just kind of flowing with the conversation, and I was like, oh, I feel, you're pretty cool. You seem like a cool chick. We should hang out sometime. She's like, oh, I would, but I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah. I was like, I played it cool, and I was like, yeah, it's all good, no worries. She was like, you made my day though. I was like, yeah, how about you make mine? It was like a quick, witty response. It just kind of came out. So, and then she laughed at that, and then she was kind of, she ended up leaving. So I was like, all right, that's fine, whatever. So that was, I got rejected, but it was in a good way, It was all it was fun and friendly, and it was like, no big deal. I didn't take it personally. I didn't really care, honestly. I was just like, once again, it felt good to actually go in and do something about it, And then the second, so number 4 of these reports, I was at work again, and it was kind of the same thing, and I saw someone that was really cute. I wasn't sure if I liked the vibe, like her looks or anything, but once I saw like a little bit closer, I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely gonna say something. So it was like kind of like the perfect time. She was like by her car or something, getting ready to leave. So I was like, hey, excuse me. I kind of just walked up, because sometimes you just have to walk up and you have to start a conversation. I walked up and I was like, hey, excuse me. And she was like, what? Kind of like a little startled, because once again, this never happens. This doesn't really happen to people, They don't really get approached by guys, These girls out here, they're used to getting their DMs blown up on Instagram and Facebook and Tinder. Like, they're used to the whole like 500 matches, the 500 likes that they haven't opened yet. They haven't swiped on. So to have someone come up and say something like this in person is like pretty cool to them. It's like kind of like an emotional spike, which is cool for them. So I was like, hey, so once again, I was kind of like, how's your day going? She was like, oh, it's pretty good. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. No work today? She was like, no, I don't have no work today. So I was genuinely curious. I was like, oh, so what do you do for work? She was like, oh, I work at, she works at like a restaurant that I'm very fond of. So I was like, oh, I'm a big fan of your insert food here that I really like. And she's like, oh, really? Yeah. And, she's at my job. So I was like, well, since like I'm a fan of your job and you're a fan of my job, it seems, I think we should hang out sometime. She's like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. So I was like, oh, what's your number? So I got her number actually. So it was actually a success. It was all smiles and fun. It was some good conversation. Felt pretty good. As I was getting the number, I was shaking a little bit because I was like, oh, this is cool. So I ended up getting a number. And as you can see right here, I have Mike edit it in. I did get her number, and I texted her to give her my number, and she texted back, and then, so we'll see where it goes from there. The thing is that most of the time you're going to get rejected. That's just kind of part of the game. It's just how it is. But you also have success with it too. I assume success always. So if I go talk to someone I think is cute or something, I assume I'm going to get their number anyway, which is why I only approach girls I think are attractive. So some guys will just approach anybody and they don't care. I only want to go for ones that I honestly think they're attractive because I expect to get the number. Like, I assume the success, which you always should in life. Assume success. So I always assume I'm going to get the number, and if I don't take it harsh. I don't really care. I kind of just move on to the next. That's kind of the game of life. Being a single guy in today's world, especially in 2020, you're going to get rejected a lot. Like, it's kind of just part of the game. But you also have success with it. And those are the moments that count. If you approach like 100 girls and you only get like 3 numbers, well, that's not really as accurate. If you approach 100 girls, you probably get like 10. Out of those 10, you'll probably get like, you probably hang out with like maybe half of them or less. Those are my general statistics, I think. And, it's still more than the average person gets because the average person relies on online dating now, So, and girls are very, like, weird about meeting up. And it's a lot quicker, too, with, like, meeting in person because you're just, like, you get it over with, you get the interaction over with, and it's kind of a good feeling. So, it's good to always stand out. And I like to stand out just by doing it in person because it's quick, it's easy. Well, it's not easy exactly, but you have to work your way up to it. It's like a numbers game, and you have to just constantly do it. And the more you do this kind of stuff, it enhances your social calibration. It enhances your social intelligence, and you'll be able to pick up more social cues as you keep on doing it. That's the great thing about this kind of stuff. So I got 1 rejection in this video, and then 1 success for number 4. So far, so good. So if you guys like this content, hit the like button, not the dislike button, hit the like button, okay? And then hit the subscribe button as well so you can keep seeing our cool content that we got coming for you guys in the future. And leave a comment below on your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in the next video.